Well, good morning, everyone. This is Nancy Lynn from Sew Euphoria, and we're back working on our, here we go again, finding the spot, our country journal. And I decided today maybe we would work on this front page. And I had an idea to go in here, and I think my cousin and I were talking the other day, and we got talking about mason jars, and we thought, oh, that would be cute. And so I've made a couple of little cutouts. This maybe came from G. I'm not really sure, but I will look it up and make sure. Now, I did get in my art glitter glue, and I have not tried it yet, so today will be day one of trying the art glitter glue. So I've cut out these little pieces that I thought looked kind of like shelves. And we're going to put some glue on here. And I'm going to kind of cover the stitching on the back of it. It just gives it that little extra boost and protection, so hopefully we've got that one. And I think I'm going to put, and I got some fair to put on here, ephemera. I don't know why I always say that wrong. I got some little mason jars, and I figured we'd sit these on here. And maybe this is an old country kitchen, and maybe the lady that has the kitchen, maybe she has to make up the medicine for her county or for the local people that are in the country. And so maybe she fixed up some love potion number 9. So there's a sweet little perfume bottle, and maybe she's kind of tucked that in the back a little bit. So how is everybody out there? It's been a little busy around here with the new puppy. He is a handful. We named him Merlin. So we're going to put this on here. And I'll probably go back over these and write, like, maybe she's got fig preserves in this one from all her canning that she does. This one, maybe she has a sweet tooth and it has some red hots in it. And then now we're going to put on another one. And this one is just, these are really cute, and that was what I thought of when I seen these, was that this would be great for a little kitchen cupboard. Like maybe she had it lined with a little bit of lace and doilies. Maybe this was the focal spot of her home. I thought I'd put, this was from a little heart doily that I had. And I just cut off the top portion of it because it fit perfectly to put like a little lace doily hanging from. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Try these on. And this will go this way. And that one will be tucked. Oh, I like that little heart on there. I think I'm going to put 3 mason jars on this one. How about this in the middle? Yeah, it's funny how serendipitous things are. I have a die cut that has little mason jars on it, but then this one came out and I thought, oh, perfect. This was from I think a weekly challenge. I'll add it to the ooh, this is nice. It does give just a little tiny bit of glue. Now I did notice I didn't order the magnet for this, but I did notice that Eve over at Scrapbooking with Me, on her little store, she did have the magnets on there. And it's a little magnet, and I've seen a couple of people use it, and you attach the magnet to your bottle, and then that way you just attach your pin so you don't lose that little pin. Ah, that's cute. No, we don't want too much. No, I like it just the way it is, but I think I'm going to go in with my, looking for the writing on it, or my Stabilo pen, and just add a little bit of shadow around some of these. I don't want a bunch, but I do want a little. I better jump on it because you need to use the water fairly quickly, and then just kind of rub in that little shadow. Just so that it pushes those back a little bit. And maybe this has a little bit of a shadow. And then maybe you can see a little bit, maybe that poking through there. And that one looks like maybe it's full. a thicker liquid, so maybe it wouldn't show a shadow back there. And maybe there's just a little bit more of a shadow right back there. Well, I did something different yesterday. The GSQA, which is the Gulf States Quilting Association, had their July meeting, but it was held on Zoom, and it was interesting to do that. And the July meeting is that they do a lot of their business and stuff like that, but they also had Lyric Kennard, and she is a pretty famous quilter. She does beautiful, beautiful work. And when I first got into quilting, she was the first one that I had seen that did the art quilting. And so I ran out and got her book and read all about it. And so it was nice to kind of see her yesterday and listen to what she had to say. And it worked out pretty well. So I think they're pretty proud of themselves, and I hope so anyway. But in here, I might go back and find some words or something to put on here, but this is what we came up with today. And I think that's just a sweet little addition to our country journal. And then I started looking through some other stuff, and I found these are all letters. And I decided I have this Tim Holtz cutout for a phone. And I thought, you know, who did we used to talk on the phone? And this was back when the days, probably a little bit before Party Line, but this was the old rotary cutter phones. And so I decided that maybe one of these pages needed a little telephone for design. Now this is out of fabric, and I used it on my little die cutter. And so I had backed the fabric with some fusible web, because I was going to use it on one of my cards, but I was looking through it the other day and I thought, oh, that would be cute in my little country journal. And so maybe it's a tight fit, but I think we can make it. Now, because this is fabric, I'm going to use some Fabric Fix to put that up there, that up there. There we go. I'm going to use a little bit of this, like you guys need to watch me glue, but there's something hypnotizing when I watch other people glue. And this is going to be a little, ooh, is that thin? So because it has the fusible web on the back of it, I could just iron it. But bring the book back into page. And now let's maybe whoever owns this journal could write a little bit. That's okay, I don't mind that little, it bent a little bit there. You know, this was the old phone ones. You remember the wall ones with that cord? Oh my God, we used to stretch that cord to get away from our parents so that we could use the phone without them hearing all our secrets. Now this little piece I saved because it was the back of one of the other ones, and I just saved the paper piece, and I thought, well, this will go good in here. And for those of you who don't know what this is, this was the old rotary dialer. And we're going to have to do something with that because that does not show up real well. We'll fix it. It's all okay. And so we have our phone, and I found these letters. Hopefully I still have all of them together. And the letters I cut out say party line. You know, we think we are so invaded with our privacy nowadays, but when phones, you know, when they came out, people were on a party line, and man, those operators knew everything that was going on in town. That party, P-A-R. Sure we spell it right. Well, with the storm Hannah coming by, going to Texas, and I pray for all those people in Texas that they're doing okay, that we've had a lot of rain, and we sure did need it. We've been really dry this summer, and today's really the first kind of sunny day we've had. Now, how many of you guys really used a party line out there? I keep trying to think back to when I was a kid, but I don't think they used a party line with my parents, but I think probably my grandparents did. But some of you guys out there might have lived in an area where they still had party lines. That I can remember my father hollering, because we had moved from Rhode Island down to Pensacola, and I can remember I wanted to call my friends and talk to them up north. Everybody worried about long distance because they charged you by the minute. It's not like now we talk all over the world. Alright, so let's use some of our tacky glue. I have been busy working. Working on a... Lost the cap to that one, so I'm kind of makeshifting, and it doesn't really want to stay together. And I'll do a video on what I have been working on, which is a little women's journal and I just had so much fun working on it. Figured I'd show you guys the finished product. It's just about there. I've got a few more pages left to do on it. That's my other journal I'm working on. We were talking the other day about how we used to always keep an address book, and we had everybody's address and phone number and all that in there. And some of you guys still may, but most of us don't. We rely so much on our cell phones. And I think I'll go through that afterwards. And And here we go again with our Stabilo. Well, that's the big one. I would like the littler one. Just to kind of bring that out a little bit. For those of y'all, this little Stabilo pencil, it's really water reactive. So as soon, if you'll notice how much darker, but it lets you blend it some so that it has. Here we go. Now that looks more like a phone. And the third thing I thought we would put in here, just for fun, is if you're out in the country, and this one is also out of fabric. It is the old fan. Now, a lot of you guys probably still use fans. I know I do at my house, so that is definitely something that's used in a couple of my rooms. This one is also out of fabric. And it does have the so we're going to use a Fabri-Tac for this. I think I'm using, I hope you guys can see me do this. I'm using, that's the hardest part, is remembering that you're filming and to look up and go, oh, can they see me? That's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. Oops, piece of paper on there. Oops. Let's put the little stand on. This has a lot of little cutouts in it. And this piece did not, for some reason, get, I don't know if it didn't stick or what, but it does not have the piece wants to stay. All right. Now see, these are pieces that I could paint afterwards because these came off of the Power Fuse, and I could paint those and use those somewhere else later. Let's clear up all our junk. I haven't heard it click off yet, so we can figure out what we're going to do. I think I'm just going to leave this. I don't think I'm going to put any words or anything on it. Maybe it'll trigger something for the writer or the owner. Maybe they'll write something about their memories of Party Line. So we've got Party Line, and we have our Tim Holtz fan, and then we also came up with the little pantry with the little doily, which I think came out so pretty. I think that's a good addition to our country collection. And I want to thank you if you enjoyed a little bit of today. I hope that you will subscribe. Maybe write a little comment if you like it, or if you remember talking on a Party Line, or maybe if your mom had a cupboard that reminded you of this, or maybe you have a cupboard that reminds you of that. Also, if you like this, please like. And thank you, and I hope you guys have a blessed day and go out and create, create, create. Thank you. This is Nancy, signing off.